um, just want to wrap up and just say this: do it. Don't grow things and hope you're going to sell them. I just talked to a restaurant recently, and I said, you know, we have an opportunity to increase a little bit of the land that we have and devote it to a singular crop, to kind of monocrop it. And what is it you would buy? And she said, we want cauliflower. And I thought, cauliflower, how boring is that? And it's one of those things that we don't like to grow a ton of at our farm, because when you think about it, I'm planting cauliflower this week in the greenhouse. I'm going to have to transplant it twice. I'm going to have to pot it up, and then I'm going to have to transplant it out into the field. It's going to sit in the field for probably, well, 6 weeks, taking up 1 square foot per plant, and then I'm going to chop it, and it's gone. I've devoted a whole lot of time on a small acreage farm to a single plant. But when she told me that she's so desperate to get it, she's willing to pay almost retail pricing, I'm going back and looking at that very carefully, and I'm thinking in terms of how many heads of cauliflower can I produce, and am I willing to do that? So that's where your marketing has got to be a strategic part of what you do. Budget for it, as I said. Don't think it's going to happen cheap. It's not. You can't advertise for free. Your stuff isn't going to walk off your farm. People have to know it's there, and they have to know that you are worth supporting. Plan, network, meet people, go to conventions and conferences if you possibly can. When you're at a restaurant, ask to meet the chef. Tell them who you are. Tell them what you do. Try to keep learning. Try to look at all sorts of other places to learn about marketing besides farming. One of my favorite places to look at marketing is to look at the music industry, believe it or not, or film industry, or the entertainment industry, because that's where the cutting edge kind of images are and where the cutting edge sorts of advertising are going on. So I like to look outside of farming to see, where it's all going. And then lastly, I'd say go out, be successful, and don't forget us back here in your old Planning for Profit class when you're rich. Thanks a lot, everybody. We appreciate you being with us tonight. Next week, as I said, we're going to have a variety of different speakers talking about some of the opportunities that might be out there for you as you go forward. There will be a webinar survey right at the end of class tonight, I think. And Melissa, do you want to jump in? Because I bet this is probably stuff you know better than I do.
Okay, I'll do that, Mary, but first I want to say thank you. This was a wonderful presentation. I'm sure everybody enjoyed it as much as I did. You're great. Okay, tonight, please, yes, we'd really appreciate the folks who do go and complete the webinar survey at the end. If you would just hang on for about 3 minutes after we close the webinar. We actually all read your survey responses, and it's very helpful. We use them in planning our next future week's webinars. So tomorrow what's going to happen is the recorded webinar tonight, the recording of tonight's webinar will be posted on the course website. The week 5 discussion forum will open. The week 6 assignments will be posted. Then Friday, you'll receive the invitation to register for next week's webinar. And as Mary said, next week's webinar is Hearing from the Markets. Okay, the last slide, Mary.
There we go. And
okay, again, we want to thank you very much for attending, and please take a minute to complete the survey. Was there something more you wanted to add, Mary?
Yeah, I just wanted to say we hope that you'll take the opportunity this week, try to catch up with the readings and try to catch up if you can with the assignments, trying to lighten up a little bit. We know you've been doing a lot, and we've asked a lot of you, and we appreciate how much you guys have all done. So it's been really wonderful to have the opportunity to talk to you all tonight. Hope you have a great week, and I'll be checking in on the discussion forum. Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Okay, Mary, please give me the keyboard.
Hang on, Melissa. Well, maybe it's not going to let me see if I can do that. Doesn't seem to want to let me do it, Melissa.
Okay, we're fine.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, good night, everyone.
Good night. Melissa,
Yes.
let's see. Cancel that. I don't know why that's happening. I might need to try to work on that this week with you a little bit. Why it's not letting me turn it back to you.
Yeah, we'll have to work on that. I don't know. Okay.
Huh. That is really odd. It's almost like something's locked and I can't figure out what it is. Well, Melissa, thanks anyway.